Hi, Pastor Brian here, and I want to share with you on thriving as a leader in your home, in your work, and at church. Psalm 62, verse 7, the psalmist wrote, "My salvation and my honor depend on God. He is my mighty rock, my refuge." I learned from this verse that the Lord wants us to be a dependent leader, one that depends on Him, not on our own abilities or our own skills, our talents, or our finances, or even our position and title. One of the things I've discovered that keeps me depending on the Lord is recognizing God's power through personal humility. The Apostle Paul wrote this in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 31. Let him who boasts, boast in the Lord. Thriving leaders depend on God and know it's all about Jesus. God doesn't need you to be a perfect parent in your home. He doesn't need you to be a skilled politician at work in order to advance your career. He doesn't need you to be an upfront leader at church in order for Him to do His work. In reality, He doesn't need us at all, but He does desire to use us as we learn to depend on Him. And this is how I do this as a leader. I recognize God's power through personal humility. I try to never think that I'm too big to do small things. You know, there was a pastor in New York City that taught me this critical lesson. His name was Pastor Bill Wilson. And in 1980, he went to New York and started a kids ministry called Metro Ministries in one of the toughest neighborhoods in New York at the time. It grew to be one of the largest Sunday school programs in all of America, running up to 10 programs over the weekend on Saturdays and on Sundays. He started a bus ministry where he would begin to bus the kids in for the program. And so he raised up bus pastors, and what they were is they each had a route that they had where they'd pick up the kids to bring them to the program, but throughout the week they would pastor the homes on the routes. They were responsible to visit every home to see how they could pray with that family, if there was needs that that family had that they could meet. They literally pastored those homes on the route. Pastor Bill was one of the very first bus drivers that pastored a route. But the ministry grew so big that he found himself traveling on the weekends to support the ministry, and that's how I met him, when he traveled to our church to raise support and share his vision. He also shared this story while he was with us. He talked about how that the ministry grew so big and he was raising support every weekend that he really stopped doing that which made him. And the Lord spoke to him and He said, "Bill, don't stop doing that which made you." And when the Lord spoke to Bill that way, he stopped traveling on Saturday mornings so that he could take back a bus route in that morning and he could visit those homes throughout the week. He wanted to remember that which made him. I never forgot that statement. Keep doing that which made you. For me, that's setting up chairs and serving others. What's that to you? What made you? What humble act do you need to continue to do that made you? Don't stop doing it. Keep doing that humble act, depending on the Lord, for that's what made you. Now go make it a great day.